What's good everyone, it's Steve from SnkrTechTalk, back with another video today. For today's video, I did want to cover my top 10 shoes for guards here in 2024. Alright, so getting things started, I did want to start with an honorable mention. That shoe is the Adidas AE1. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you'd know how much I love this shoe, but it fits my playstyle. I know a lot of guards like lighter shoes, and this shoe is a lot heavier, coming in at like 19 ounces for my size 10.5. But some of the features on this shoe that are fantastic are the herringbone traction pattern. Clean or dirty floors, they're amazing. The cushion setup, the support, and the overall fit on the Adidas AE1 are very nice. And my favorite thing about this shoe is actually the aesthetics, the way it looks. So coming in as an honorable mention for my top 10 shoes here in 2024 for point guards is the Adidas AE1. Starting at number 10, it is the Nike LeBron 21. Now this shoe does come in at $200 USD, so I believe it's the most expensive shoe on this list, but you can find them on Nike.com for like 40% off. So you can find them around $110 or $120. But some of the standout features of the Nike LeBron 21, if you're playing on a clean floor, the traction is fantastic. The cushion, you get a very large zoom bag in the heel, a zoom turbo bag in the forefoot, and this shoe would be fantastic for some beefier guards that do like a very nice setup for traction, cushion, and support. Look no further because the Nike LeBron 21 will offer just that. But keep in mind, these do come in at $200, but take a look around online if you do want to grab a pair because these can be found on sale. Coming in at number 9 on my list is actually the Nike Zoom GT Cut 3. Now I know a ton of people would probably put this a lot higher on their list, but again, it also has to do with the price point of all of these shoes here. And these right here coming in at $190 or $200 are very expensive. But the overall performance for point guards or guards in general on the Nike Zoom GT Cut are fantastic. You do get a full-length herringbone traction pattern. Again, on dirty floors, you will have to wipe this traction pattern a lot. If you're on a clean like university floor or NBA floor, this is an elite traction pattern. The cushioning is nice on this shoe with the Zoom X. It does take some time to break in. You do get a lot of court feel in the forefoot here on the Zoom GT Cut. And then the overall materials, the fit, and just the lightweight nature on this shoe makes this shoe a fantastic option for guards here in 2024. But again, coming in at $200, these are very expensive. And I would actually wait to find these on sale because I know you're gonna be able to get these for 30 or 40% off. Just like last year's Nike Zoom GT Cut 2s, but coming in at number 9, it is the GT Cut 3s. Coming in at number 8 is actually the Nike Jaw 1. Now I know this shoe did release last year in 2023, but they are still releasing a ton of pairs here in 2024. They will be releasing the Nike Jaw 2 in 2024, but this shoe is still a fantastic option for guards here in 2024. It has absolutely elite traction here on the bottom. Clean or dirty floors, you're not really going to have too many issues. On dirty floors, you will have to wipe every so often. The overall setup for materials are very cheap, but they do work very well, and they are very strong when it comes to making those hard lateral cuts. And then as far as cushioning goes, this is a very minimal shoe as far as cushioning. You're just getting that Phylon midsole and a really small zoom bag in the forefoot that is pretty snappy underfoot, but this is just a very reliable option. Coming in at around $110 or $120, the Nike Jaw 1 is still a very viable option here in 2024. And then coming in at number 7 is actually the Puma All Pro Nitros. So I did wear test these last year in 2023, but you can find these on sale for 20 or 30% off. And they're a fantastic option from Puma. And I actually like this shoe better than all of their signature shoes that are out right now. The shoe has great traction, very nice cushion with the nitro foam in the midsole. It is a pretty lightweight shoe and it fits very snug on foot. And I think they can be had for around $100 or under right now. So it's a great option from Puma. I really enjoy the shoe. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have tried them. But like I said, coming in at number 7 is the All Pro Nitro. And then coming in at number 6 is actually the Nike Zoom GT Hustle 2. So I don't think a ton of people would put this shoe on their list, but if you've tried this shoe out, you would understand why. So you're getting a very nice herringbone traction pattern at the bottom of the shoe here. It is kind of like a bunch of pods on the bottom. Clean floors, you'll be good to go. Dirty floors, you will have to wipe every so often. But my favorite part of this shoe that makes this shoe very viable for guards here in 2024 is actually the cushion setup. The midsole here is a Cushlon midsole all the way around the shoe, and then directly under the insole you're getting a full-length Zoom Strobel. So it's very nice underfoot. It's very springy. It has a ton of feedback, and actually in the forefoot, this is probably Nike's closest to the floor cushioning as far as court feel goes in the forefoot. It very much reminds me of all of the old Kobe's. You're basically sitting on top of the floor and on top of a Zoom bag. It's very nice underfoot. The materials are pretty cheap, but they definitely break in really quickly. The only downfall of the shoe is there is no midfoot shank plate, so you're not really getting a ton of torsional rigidity. But for me, I did toss in a Move insoles, and that took care of that. So like I said, coming in at number 6, it's the Nike GT Hustle 2. And then coming in at number 5 is actually the Nike LeBron Next Gens. Now last year they made a bunch of models with the mesh material. This year they have moved over to a bunch of models with raw materials, but nonetheless, if you can find last year's models that are on sale for like 40% off, it is a fantastic option. It kind of has a road map traction pattern on the bottom of Akron, Ohio. As far as cushioning goes, the midsole is just Phylon, but housed within that midsole, you get a very large oversized Zoom bag in the heel, Zoom turbo bag in the forefoot. The upper is very lightweight. The shoe is lightweight altogether, and they're very breathable on foot. So coming in at number 5, it is the Nike LeBron Next Gens. Let me know down in the comments if you've tried this shoe out, but I very much enjoyed it last year and well into 2024. Coming in at number 4, it's actually the Nike Book 1. As you can see right here, I do have this blue colorway. I do have the original colorway as well, but this shoe is very nice for guards in my opinion because it has fantastic traction with that herringbone traction pattern. As far as the cushioning setup, you're getting a very plush Zoom bag in the back of the shoe. It is 14 millimeters, so it's very large. It offers a great crash pad landing at the back of the shoe, and then it does taper out to be very thin here in the forefoot. It is a Cushlon foam, so it does feel very nice underfoot, and it is sitting pretty close to the floor. As far as the materials go, you're getting a bunch of raw materials. This shoe does come in at 140 USD, 180 here in Canada, and I think this is a very viable option for guards here in 2024 because it actually is Devin Booker's first signature shoe. I know it's been very hard to get so far as availability, but I very much enjoyed these on court. Sound off in the comments if you guys have tried them, but they do make it to the number 4 spot on my top 10 list. Coming in at number 3 is the Nike GTcutacademy. If this shoe for no other reason is on this list, it's because it comes in at $95. Now it's a very cheap option as far as price and kind of what you're getting on court, but it just performs so well. So what you're getting on the bottom of the shoe is a full-length herringbone traction pattern. It is a solid rubber outsole. Now on clean or dirty floors, I never had any issues with this. They have a very loud screech as far as the sound and feedback of that traction pattern. Moving your way up to the midfoot, you do have a Renew foam compound. Now this foam compound will break down over time, but as far as my time testing this shoe, they felt very nice underfoot in the heel. Moving your way to the forefoot, you have a north to south Zoom airbag. It's very snappy and very springy once broken in, but I will caution you, it is bottom loaded, so it does take some time to break in. And then overall, as far as the materials go, you're getting a very cheap mesh setup. But again, what can you expect for $95? All of these features, the fit, the support, traction, and cushion, it just makes for a very nice shoe on court here in 2024, and that's why it makes it to the number 3 spot. Coming in at number 2 is actually the Adidas Hardend Volume 8. Now this shoe is a bit of a heavier shoe considering a lot of these shoes are pretty lightweight, but they do offer very nice traction on clean floors. Dirty floors you will have to wipe every so often because the pattern running down the middle of the shoe is actually a JH pattern, and it is very close knit. But overall, it offers a pretty decent traction pattern. The cushioning setup is very nice in this shoe. It is full-length jet boost, so you get a ton of that impact protection at the back. In the front of the shoe, you are sitting a lot closer to the floor. But one of my favorite features of this shoe is the Phylon midsole that does wrap basically all the way on the lateral and medial side, because it is independent of this sock, and you just get a very nice lockdown feeling around your foot, kind of like a burrito wrap. So the Hardend Volume 8 does make it to the number 2 spot. And then coming in at the number 1 spot, I think everyone has seen my videos on this shoe right here, the Sirius Player Only Player 1 Plus. Now what you're getting with this shoe right here, as far as what it's offering point guards or guards in general, is a fantastic reliable traction pattern on the bottom. It is a full-length herringbone traction pattern. Moving your way up to the cushioning, you do get 4 options from Sirius Player Only. You get the light drop-in midsole, the strength, support, and the explosive. So you are getting 4 different options for any type of play style here in the Player 1 Plus. As far as the fit goes in these guys, I went true to size with my standard size 11. Very snug one-to-one fit. Really nothing else I can ask within a basketball shoe as far as the fit goes. The materials, they are a bit cheap. It is a TPU kind of mesh material. It's very strong, breathable, and it just offers a ton of support. And then at the back of the shoe, you are getting some raw material. So overall, the Sirius Player Only Player 1 Plus is still my favorite basketball shoe here in 2024. This shoe right here does retail for $180, so I do think it's more on the expensive side, but I do think as far as all of the performance features of what you're getting with this shoe is definitely worth the price of the admission for this model right here. But sound off in the comments if any of these shoes resonate with you, if you've tried any of these shoes out, or if there's some other models that you would have put on this list. So that's gonna do it for today's video on my top 10 shoes for guards here in 2024. But these are my top 10 shoes that I have on my list. Sound off in the comments if you would have put any other shoes on this list here. But as always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that does help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at SnkrTechTalk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.